We are back with another coaching session, and today we're going to help a player break through a lot of the bad habits that he's been developing as a face at level 6 player. We're going to make sure that he can work through all these things and push himself from being face at level 6 to be higher and higher and higher towards face at level 10. Join me in this great session today. Make sure to take some notes. If you guys want to get better in Ancient, find yourself in a similar elo as the player in the session, it's going to be all around productive for us. Hit that subscribe button, join my Discord community. I'd love to chat with you guys, help you grow, become better, and it'd mean a lot. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this video.
Said I mainly try to play cave or B long. I noticed those are the most. I mean, I try to play mid, but I feel like I have more impact on B, at least
Gotcha.
in the
Yep.
elo that I'm at right now.
Yep. That is good. All right. So walk me out of spawn here. What are we doing with this Molly and Nate off the
So
rip?
I'm prepping for the ramp push.
Gotcha.
I
Okay.
usually like to always buy a molly if I'm playing ramp.
Okay. We Molly. Good. And then they end up obviously not coming here. That's fine. Good info. We made screaming. It's A. It's A. One thing to be aware too, not that you did anything wrong, just be aware that when you're coming through here, they will see your shadow being cast on the wall. So just understand that, like, even if someone's like over here or something, or they're just hiding in main somewhere, they will be able to see you. I guess if they're in main, you'll see their shadow too. But just keep that in mind. So when we're
Okay,
coming through there, like just know like shadow will be casted. Get ready for
gotcha.
that. We're not really gonna be secretive at that point. All right, and we have got info on where at least two of these guys are. We're about to have three. Now it's a 3v2. Sweet. That guy's planning. Nice shot. That's great. I'll say right here though on the micro, and I don't know if this is gonna be a bad habit I'm gonna notice from you, bro. Don't feel the need to reload. Don't feel the need to reload unnecessarily here. You do so good here. You get that kill. He's planting the bomb. Awesome. Scale
7
out.
bullets, yeah.
Yeah, 7 bullets, bro.
If
That is more than enough. Go out and try to fight. Even if he's off, go to fight him.
mhm. I do notice I reload a lot.
Yeah. But you end up dying for the team. So I mean, overall, that was very, very good. You stopped the B rush if they were gonna do that early, and generally, like, I'm not a huge fan of people like buying nade, doing that kind of stuff. But with the way that you used it, 100%, that's a valuable purpose for it. Because B is a very common place for people to rush on Ancient. Honestly, it's
Right.
good that you know that. I have a question for you too. Do you know for gun rounds, not for pistol rounds? Do you know for gun rounds the molly that molly's off shelf right here or
Yes,
lane?
yeah. When
Awesome.
I play cave, I usually throw that pretty much
Awesome,
every
bro.
round.
Yes, that's great. Because that is like the most important util set to have on CT side. This coaching session is brought to you by Skins Monkey. They are the best CS2 trading site out there. Swap out the skins you do not like and upgrade them into higher quality new items. I have personally used Skins Monkey to build my inventory and love how many features the site has. The best thing is that you can gain your own crazy deposit bonus of 35% by using my code KOJOMO. They also have a freebie section where you can get free new skins by completing tasks, and you also get a $5 bonus by clicking my link in the description of the video.
Definitely, it stops that cave rush really well. And then I usually use the audio cue if they're running through it to try
Awesome.
to play aggressively for
Yeah.
cave.
Well, and you know what? Sometimes too, like if you're ever sitting here, maybe you throw that molly for ramp, and your teammate throws like the shelf molly and stuff, or the lane molly, whatever. Dude, it's so broken too to just sit here and spam the wood as that stuff is going on because he's mollying, he's nading, and then you're spamming. It's literally, if you do it right, impossible. They can't go through lane. When you do
I
that
have gotten
trifecta.
hit from that. Yeah,
Yep.
on T side, yeah, it's like chaos when that
Yeah.
happens.
And at that point you can't take cave fast, which is amazing as a CT. Like we love that when they can't take cheetah and do that kind of thing. So definitely something I've been hit with, especially against some of the better teams, that is really, really brutal. Smoke? What are we smoking?
Bottom ramp, just I
Yeah.
figured try to get control. It's a little dip, it's a little
Yeah,
deep.
yeah, it's fine. Like it is a little random how we're doing that, which is fine. But like, as long as you have the idea of what we're doing with it, and we might aggressively take space off that, it honestly is a scary smoke for them. So I can totally see how that could work. Let's see if we're actually gonna do anything with it. Jiggle it out. Uh,
I tend to play a little. I notice sometimes I think I miss timings from playing too passive, but
yeah.
I tend to I I like making aggressive plays, but if I
Mhm.
get too aggressive, I'm like, okay, am I being too aggressive
Right.
here?
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and look at what our eco was for this. Is it this round or is it next round? No, yeah, it's this round. I mean, oh no, no, it is next round. My bad. So, I mean, our teammates have rifles, so we don't want to overplay our part in this round. But you should be looking to do some sort of aggression with this MP9, honestly. I think it's really bad to get into the habit of, with an MP9, being the guy that's like chilling here and long. I get that this is good. You can sit here and like contain, and when they come in here, it is close range fight. Um, and I don't want to change the way like I don't want to mess with your flow in these pugs and stuff, but like honestly, I think that would be a great round where you molly ramp, you cautiously come over here and start playing like close ramp or something. And then you
Right.
get ready to do some sort of aggression. Maybe you hear these guys start running away or you hear some info. That way you can kind of activate on what you're hearing and what you're seeing.
Okay, yeah, I do notice sometimes I do autopilot, especially with my nade sets.
Yeah, and you
I
start
try
doing
to
the same
switch up my
thing.
positioning, but yeah, the nade sets I do autopilot a lot. I think just because I don't know exactly what util sets to throw for
Yeah.
or certain setups and
Well,
stuff.
one thing I'd recommend for you too is utilizing like an actual lineup to smoke doors off. Smoking door is such great pressure, and it's almost the same thing as this, but it's even better if you can combine it with your cheetah player and also your mid player. It's something that's really going to be good for you in the future too, because when you play Team CS, you're going to have to learn how to do those door takes and that kind of stuff. So really good stuff. I will say, yeah, like we kind of did just throw all of our util at the beginning of the round too. Um,
Yeah.
like there is a time and place for it. Like it's not it is generally bad to do that, but it's like not the end of the world if we are dumping it. I just want to see you do something off of that. You know what I mean? Like we're dumping all of our util, but then we're just sitting in a
Not
corner.
doing anything. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's not that you did anything like bad per se. It's just like not optimal at all in my opinion. And then here you should be
I-
trying to see if you can get an M4 or something.
Yeah, we were like, should we save here? And I was like, I think we should save. And
Yeah.
then I decided I was just gonna try to go for an exit
Oh
and
heck
try to
yeah.
get an AK.
Yeah. Oh
Ended up getting two here.
yeah. Yeah, okay. I mean, that's awesome. I mean, that is such a win for us. Like they won the round, but bro, that is a huge win for us.
Yeah, we got two AKs out of that.
Yeah, awesome. Also here, you better drop your teammate. That's on you. Drop him, drop him.
Mhm.
There you go. You know, do you know you can drop your teammates from the buy menu too? You don't have to like buy it and then drop it.
Yeah, I've noticed some of my teammates do that, but every time I go into the buy menu and hit an M4, it equips it, and then I have to re-equip
You know
my
what you got to
AK
do? You know what you got to do?
settings.
No, no settings. You got to just hold shift while you do it. Hold shift and click on the M4
Oh,
and it'll throw it like while you're in the menu. It's sick.
oh, thank God.
Yes, sir. There you
I've been
go.
trying to figure that out.
Yeah. And I do like your util set, but we are going to autopilot for sure. Which this
Yeah.
this will be great. Like when people are actually pressuring you and stuff, this will be great. But here, yeah. So this is the change I want you to make. Instead of just coming back here and chucking that, I want you to again. I'll show you in the server. We're gonna bounce the smoke off of this box, and it's gonna land right here in this corner and smoke off doors.
Oh, sweet.
Um, and then in the future, when you have players that are queuing with you or just people that can listen, you guys are going to do like a pronged attack. If you have 3B, two of you guys are going to go down ramp and one guy's going to cautiously walk through cave. If your teammates are dominating mid, which will happen in some games, they're smoking off elbow nut, your teammates are going to jump up shelf while you guys go down ramp, and we're going to pinch this entire lane area. If we can get this entire control right here and smoke them off, our life as a B player is so great because now we don't have to play sight from back here. We're playing sight from these corners and here and spotting from like inside Cheetah.
Yeah, I've gotten demolished by really good CT teams on
Yep.
Ancient that way, and I think later in the round I tried to coordinate something with that. Hopefully, if I remember that correctly.
Gotcha. Yeah. I've seen this every round too, by the way, and like it's fine because like you're getting the info. Just be really careful. Like I get it because we're getting the info, but also like we don't know exactly like unless our teammates did call like 2A main, 3 middle, like in pugs especially, I'm really cautious with just like turning my back and running away. A lot of times what I'll do is like as I'm renting out, knife out, I want you to get good enough where you can just hold S, then A your D key, and then just rotate out. And then once you get here, obviously pick up house like you did.
Gotcha.
Small thing that's not going to get you killed, but like it could mean everything in moments, and maybe you miss out on that lurk timing, maybe you miss out on that, so like it really does matter. Small optimization, like tiny there, that could make the difference in some rounds. Yeah, we just get caught up by the mid lurk.
Yep. And just awareness, I feel like.
Yeah, and again, like you definitely like the nade set is so solid. There's nothing wrong with what you're doing, but you like you said, like I can see you are falling into this pattern. I want to see some variety. I want to see like slightly change things up. If you notice they're not rushing, like for the future of this game now, like if you notice they're not rushing, I want to see maybe just the molly, or
Gotcha.
maybe no molly and use it as a reaction instead. Okay, nice, good info.
And yeah, right here, I was just waiting for my team to try to come in. Hopefully,
Yeah,
maybe we can get a couple kills here, but I don't think it worked out.
dude, and this is where I need you like next level, like in demand things. Even in solo queue games, demand things from your teammates. And if they listen, they listen. If they don't, they don't. Like in a moment like this, we just need some sort of gimmick. I'd be like, hey, can you crouch here? Like, let me jump on top of your head, and see if we can just find something. Right? You're probably still
Yeah.
gonna die, but like we, whenever we're on pistols or MP9s, we have to do something out of the ordinary to guarantee ourselves a higher percentage fight for ourselves. Because obviously they have rifles and we have a pistol, so taking normal fights isn't going to be something that's going to work out in the long run for us.
It's
So
gonna be some cheesy.
yeah, always get cheesy. Like I'm always thinking of like how can I boost? How can I like, do some stack, run out and like like someone run out and die, or maybe I'm the guy that runs out and die because I have a USP or something. But yeah, we have to think outside the box, and that's where creativity is everything. I do like that you didn't get head armor here. Very good. You don't need to waste your money on that.
No. I see people buying head armor all the time when they don't need to.
Yeah. Okay, here, this is where you have to make a decision. Yeah, and it looks like you are. Oh, see, again, careful, careful. Yeah. I like that you at least recognize that. When you are solo B, because your teammates put you in this position, you either have to play like retake like you were that one round, or like it's a pug, bro. I don't care if it's like not necessarily the highest percentage play. If they're like saying they're out middle, there's people pressuring A, whatever, make that read and do exactly what you're doing. Just be careful with audio because you're the only guy. If you're making noise, like you don't want them to be looking at you, right? Like honestly, this guy probably should have heard you, and been a little more aware. So maybe we walk down ramp, get ourselves into like a cheeky little angle here. Whatever you do, like definitely don't sit here, which I'm really glad you didn't, because you're exposing yourself to like both angles, and you're just screwed if they come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is good proactivity. Good proactivity. Last ones are mid, and we're in a 1v3 now, so. One thing I might do in these I mean, I do in these situations is when you can. It's not, I don't need you to do it every single time, but when you can, reset the information. So you get this kill in Cheetah here. They obviously know that you are in this general area. A lot of times I'll get that kill, shift back out, and like reposition somewhere. Or if I'm gonna walk through here, I might run all the way down and then go A main, right?
Yeah.
Because obviously they know that is a gap. They know that could happen. But I'm really careful about just like going forward from the same exact spot I was in and going to like the most obvious place, I guess. So I do that across the board, like on if I have time. Obviously, if you don't have time, it changes a lot of things. But I'm trying to do that on every map I'm playing. Mirage, I get into a 1v3 or 1v4, I get a kill. On B, I'm trying to like slink through underpass or run all the way through T spawn or something and change things up. Even if I'm not going for it, it also opens you up to exits. What I guess I'll use another example. Anubis, bro, easiest thing as a CT. I'll get a kill in middle in like a 1v4. I know I'm not going for it. I'll throw a smoke through camera or something to just like put pressure and act like I'm gonna retake, and then I'll just walk away and then start running all the way around the rugs because I'm like, oh, they're probably gonna exit A main because they think I'm like camera side.
Gotcha. I see. I see.
So you're just playing that mental game of like, slinking around back and forth, being really, really sneaky with that.
Keeping the enemies on their toes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here again, we're building this bad habit because like, sure, there's 16 bullets. But again, we definitely don't know where at least one of these guys are. Don't give them free info. I get that we're running over here. Like I totally get that. But you pick up this gun, bro, you're not reloading it when you are in this zone. Unless our teammate like clears everything and we somehow know, like we have no clue what's going on. Like I guess across
Just
the whole
walk
map.
up.
Yeah.
I hear that reload and peek. Yeah.
Yep. They either hit the reload peak, they might, again, we just don't want to give info. Maybe they make a plan off of that. And yeah, we are worried about it. So we definitely don't have info because we're mauling ramp. Also, what's bro, you should honestly like this is where I need you to be selfless too. I I think I would give that AK to this guy unless he's like trolling or something. I mean, he kind of is struggling.
Yeah. That guy was no coming.
Okay, then yeah. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you to give it to him then.
I try to like definitely look
Right.
out for my teammates, but
Yeah.
sometimes I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm gonna keep this.
Yeah, for sure. No, and I'm not gonna sit here and tell you to do that for people that aren't. Oh, careful, careful. You see, like it's easy to see in hindsight now, But again, just because this is smoked off does not mean that this is not a danger area. So if you are going to hold house, take that step forward and hold it in here. I get he can still walk through on you, but at least he's not walking through and seeing this, right? Same thing if you were to hold the smoke. If you're worried about house, don't come back here and hold like this, right?
Yeah.
So choose one or the other. And this is a less obvious example because like from watching you play, you're doing pretty well about not exposing yourself to multiple things. But just realize that smoke is a temporary wall. It's not a real wall.
And I got caught by
Yep.
it. Yep.
Yep. And yep, as we can see, that temporary wall faded and we are left out to dry. But yeah, I mean, overall, man, like I'm not gonna lie to you, like for your level that you're at, you are playing very solid as far as like the util you're throwing, the things you're doing. We just need to again optimize like some of that aggression with the set util and all the stuff, change the patterns up a little bit. Um, but I do like it because I can tell this is your comfort play. When you're doing this, you are very confident. You're gonna take these duels. We're gonna stop reloading again. But that's I'm sure that'll be a theme we see. We're gonna stop reloading, and that's gonna help you. But you're very confident with that. So I do recognize that. That's some really good stuff.
Thank you. Thank you.
But yeah, so essentially we just need to expand your playbook and get you feeling comfortable with a lot of different plays, a lot of different ways of utilizing your aggression and changing your nades just a little bit.
Definitely. Yeah. I find myself going into autopilot, and sometimes
Yeah.
like I'll start off really hot, like 3, 4, 5 rounds in, and then once the enemies kind of start seeing what I'm doing, I feel like that's when I start falling off a bit, and then I start losing confidence in my decisions.
Yeah.
And that's when a lot of times the games start going downhill.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. I would get out. Yeah, get out. Okay. Also, one thing I'm going to tell you too, and this is something I need you to do on T side, is if I'm playing someone like you, and I like, they honestly should, even if they don't know how to problem solve, like for this specific scenario, I would start like being like, dude, I'm starting to notice when I'm over here on the side, this guy's starting the same util. So for me, because I'm an opper, I think op like centric, like that's always gonna be my solution. I'd be like begging my teammates, boys, boost me up here, and I'm gonna be waiting for your flash. The second I hear your flash, I'm gonna try to peek out and do that. Because I mean, honestly, what you're doing is something that a lot of high level players are doing. This exact nade set. So if I ever recognize that, I'm just waiting for that flash as a way to peek out and do that. So that's why even changing things up a little bit is gonna throw off people so much. And then here, think about your smoke, by the way. This is where
Yeah.
autopilot went super hard. You're fighting, whatever, like that's completely fine. Um, I think it's a little aggressive to keep trying to fight that, but whatever, besides the
Peek,
point.
peek.
Whatever you're doing, there's no reason to throw this smoke that's gonna land back here because bro, they are already past that. Like we know 100% that guy's past. If you are going to use a smoke, use it defensively. In
Yeah, yeah.
again in this specific scenario, I don't even know if I would want you to use it defensively because they have Mac 10s. They're probably gonna have more Mac 10s or pistols, right? So we don't want to give them all the space. But whatever we do, we don't want to like waste the smoke by throwing it even deeper. Against rifles, heck yeah, defensive smoke is so good.
Definitely.
Yeah. Oh no, you did
Yeah, and he did. I was like, thank you, Green. Thank
Yes,
you.
yes, that was amazing. That was amazing. And you really did set him up by that. I'll give you props again. I'll give you kudos. It's like, um, once you did kind of overpeak a little bit, you recognize like, oh shoot, I need to get out of here. And then with that smoke, you reset the situation, allowing your teammates to thrive. So you didn't get any kills there, but really you had so much impact in those fights, which
I didn't think about it
was
like
so
that.
sick.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's almost like it sucks because that's the intangibles of CS, but you really should get 2 assists for those kills. And it's something in pugs like I'm always trying to do is like, how can I distract the enemies to unlock my other teammates? And even if they don't recognize it, even if they don't even realize like the value, the impact that you're doing, it's so good, man. Also, realize now we just need to keep this in mind. Realize what could happen now with your play if you do this. Someone, if they
Okay.
wanted with your specific nade set, could slide here and then after your molly slide in. So
I didn't
just be
even
aware of
see him
that.
on that peak. Yeah, or
Yep.
that jiggle.
Yep. Just be aware of that. Okay, you're alone
Popped
now.
out with nade in hand.
Yes. So that's that by far, man. I'm so serious. Like that is going to be your thing. I need you to constantly just tell yourself is stop reloading, stop reloading, stop reloading. Like every game because it's going to be hard to not do it until you just don't rely on it anymore. Until like that habit is
Yeah.
completely broken.
I
Um,
just switched to A4. I used to be
mm,
strictly A1 player, and I think I'm still getting used to those 10 bullets in the A4.
yeah.
But no, you'll see with the AK too. It's really bad.
Yep.
And then yeah, I got caught off guard from that guy.
Yeah,
I
we
didn't know he could cross through.
Yep. But remember, we have no vision. And you were aware of it. Like you were aware of it, just realize like, shoot, like we are smoked off. We don't know if someone's walking through ramp. We don't know like someone's going through cave. And that's where again, I think you need to reset the situation or get super active. So your teammate dies here, you get the trade, awesome. But again, you're not changing up your information. We get that kill, and it's not like you freeze out of fear. Like you're not scared here. That a lot of players might get scared and just freeze here, but you're like, I'm just gonna sit here and hold this. Also, by the way, this angle is really bad in the situation because like if someone walks through this side of the smoke, you're not seeing them either. And I get that you like
Yeah.
when they peek you, you'll see them, but definitely reset the situation here by floating around and like kind of picking up something new. Or like if I'm really feeling in the pug, I get that kill, I might actually try to push further in and either start playing sight from over here or pushing down ramp even more. Regardless of whatever your decision you make, like do something. Don't just sit in the same spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're actually lucky that that guy just completely gives his life up when his teammate had such a powerful position. Like if I was this guy, I would be raging at my teammate that just decided to sprint up ramp in that moment.
Yeah, just play a little bit slower. And yeah, that round would have been really hard for us.
Yep. All right, same thing, same thing. Okay. Yep, yep.
Yep, there's the reload.
Yep. And also like going back to it too is like this recognition of like, do I have teammates like do I have anybody in this position? If the answer is no, then you can't play there. Like you've got to play these angles, because this is like, unless you're holding. Okay, exception. If you're actually holding cave, this is kind of a one and done spot. I would say definitely this would be a little better because at least you can get out if you need to. But if you have a teammate holding ramp, you could make this work. You could if you're in charge of cave. But if you're solo, yeah, no, definitely bad.
Yeah, I remember I was a little tilted because I was like, why the hell is cave open? But I should have
Right.
realized
Yeah.
that it was open, so
Yeah.
ultimately it's on me.
It's just like another checklist that has to go through your mind. And it sucks that you do have to think about that. But it's like when you're going to say, it's like, okay, who's with me? Who's with me? Oh shoot, why is nobody with me? Okay, well now that completely changes how I'm gonna play. Last round and a half here. Also, by the way, last round and a half, I want to see not only just like the pistols you're upgrading, I want to see you buy a flash, drop it on the ground, and buy another flash. Fill those nades. That's what we call it. Fill those nades. Because you got money, there's no reason not to. Let's try. All right.
I was hoping he was gonna peek big
Yeah.
box after we got that first pick. He never did.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see what we got cooking here. No nades. That's fine.
This guy wanted to go out, kind of like a slow contact.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, like that you're jumping. Yeah, yeah. Staying active. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Making their life hard. I like it. Now we're not jumping though, because we're okay. Now we are. And I started to say that because when we're like the third or fourth guy, that's when we are just like shooting. So you're doing great here. You're doing great. First and second guy, I'm pretty much jumping a lot just to like throw the crosshair off. But if I ever notice myself like slink towards the back of the pack, I'm just shooting then. Yeah, nice awareness too to clear all of this. Really nice awareness.
He did call A main.
Awesome. That hey, great read on the comms then and everything. Also, be aware sometimes pistol players, or I mean not even pistol, just on rifle round too, if they notice everyone's going through donut, they might sit around this box and play around it. So don't like hyper obsess over it, but just realize that this is something that people could do where they sit here and they just listen. Okay, they're running on the site, start slinking out here. And a play you can make too on CT side if you ever pistol round, gun round, doesn't matter. Really good thing. I'm gonna dude, I'm gonna ingrain it in your I'm gonna ingrain it in your brain too, because you're looking for his USP and you're still reloading. You're like, here, let me reload this Glock and throw it on the ground and find his USP.
Yeah, still got those bad habits.
Yep, it's okay though. It's okay. It's something we can work on. Also, a cool way to play this situation is I do this all the time, bro. Bombs planted anywhere on site that I can see it. I'll come on this side of this and jump spot going the other way to see if he's on it. So like I can show you in the server, but you get the idea. You jump spot to see if he's on it. It's a really hard shot for him to hit. Especially where you're at too, the level you're at. If they are going to be looking at a main, they're only going to be looking here. When you get to like level 10 and higher, they might be actually predicting that you're going to jump spot, so they might have their crosshair up there. Super cool thing to do though.
I need to utilize jump spotting more.
Yep. Because yeah, we're speaking the same angle. I'm really happy though with how you are playing this. So like as soon as he shoots, you recognize that and dip, and just try to win the round. Yeah. I mean, this is textbook.
There's no reason to fight.
Yeah, that's textbook. I love that discipline. That discipline's huge.
I was like, oh, you might have a kit, so yeah,
Yeah,
go
of
for it.
course. Yep. Yep, and it's fine. We die. Just a smaller thing though for you. Like this is so nitpicky, but might help you is don't don't go towards this side of A main when bomb's gonna be exploding within like 2 seconds. Just continue creating distance on this side, and just try to get back here, and you'll survive. The only reason you didn't survive is because you ran this side, and you're actually way closer.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
I actually think you would have survived even right here, probably on like 15 health, 20 health, and definitely you 100% would have survived back there. But it's something like I do, something I see other players doing too is like we go on autopilot and forget like, oh shoot, we could have survived. Same thing with A main too, and I'm gonna keep bringing this up so that these are plays you can make, and your teammates here, so it doesn't matter at all. Just understand that if you're going to clear your left side here, there's always a timing in A main for someone to go this way. If you're clearing right side, there's always a timing for someone to be pushing through this side. Don't obsess over it, but if you think there should be an A player and you're not finding him or something, just understand that maybe that timing was there. I've died to that a dozen plus times, and I've also killed people a dozen plus times on that timing. Sometimes it's on purpose, sometimes it's on complete accident. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. Wait. Let me. Yeah. Okay. I still don't necessarily like it a ton. I don't like how you naturally go forward when he's on like pistol, and also maybe your teammate has a Mac 10 or something too, SMG. Regardless, I like the distance. I like the distance and playing as far back as I can here, just because of the fact that like even if he headshots me, I'm still on like 20 plus health.
Yeah.
Just a small thing there. I think you did adjust to it, so it's not the biggest deal. And also, obviously, it's a pug. I don't care if you're getting aggressive and playing at people, running at people and stuff. But it was still good discipline. Nice. We're
I don't
setting up
know
our
if that
teammates
flash
too.
is good.
Let me see how you've done it. That is a lineup. I just don't. You might have to run forward and jump there a little bit. I don't know if you are.
W jump throw. Okay.
Yeah, W jump throw it a bit. That's how we threw it at least. So let me see if just normal jump throwing would really. Yeah, I mean, I would W jump throw it so that it lands even a little further, and it won't blind these guys as long as you timing it right. But yeah, no, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah, good
Called
recognition.
the slow down here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, at this point too, like our teammate is in cave without any pressure. Like I'd probably be looking like on how we can connect with him. Now there's just two of us. I'm using this guy as bait.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Nice. Okay. Oh, wait. Are you scrolling for nades?
No,
Okay,
I
okay,
have
okay,
okay,
okay.
so I
Sweet,
have
sweet.
a button on my mouse, so it's all my nades, but I cycle through them by clicking the button. So I don't have the actual. I know I need to switch.
Yeah. If
I
you
have actual binds for
yeah,
my nades.
if you really do want to like improve in the long run, like that's fair. Like you actually have the button you can cycle through. Like obviously we can make it work and we can be very smooth with nades like we saw for your little nade set here. But I will say, like objectively not having a bind for each and every nade will be something that like is gonna like limit you a little bit with like cool little combos that don't just like go through the standard where it's like click it once, now click the other one once, click that, like where it's like weird, like oh I need to smoke first, then nade, then flash, then molly, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the button's obviously objectively just gonna be faster for each of them.
Yeah, I definitely
I'm just
want to
glad you're not
play with
scrolling
that.
though, regardless.
Yeah, no.
Oh, be so careful. You get the kill. You don't get the kill. And I just say that especially because I know in pugs, bro, people are so crazy. You get this guy on like such low HP. He reloads. He might just like wide swing you. Like,
Yeah.
I like the way you're thinking. I'm just like, be really careful with that. Also, again, I mean the smoke
Throwing nades
works.
in the open.
Yeah. So again, it's not like the end of the world, especially because you have a team. I mean, he's not really helping. Yeah, I mean, Honestly, if this guy, and there will be maniacs, like sit there and be really intentional with how we're throwing these. Like jiggle, keep jiggling, throw the smoke. The nade, I get it because there's some urgency behind it. So I always ask people, is the risk worth the reward? I get that in this situation, you might argue, yeah, the reward is worth the risk. So I don't necessarily hate that. It did just get a little messy when you got flash, and after I got flash, I'd be like, heck no, I'm like, shoot, I don't know what's going on. Regardless, whatever, the smoke, yeah, the smoke, take your smoke out, jiggle, throw it real quick, and then get out.
Gotcha.
And don't aim high with that smoke, by the way. Don't let it bounce off these things and do this. Literally just aim on the ground for this one and get it to land like in this general area.
Okay.
Ancient is really weird with you can see even like with some of these weird clippings. So don't even open yourself up to getting some weird clippings like that.
Some of my mollies have gone into the stratosphere.
Yeah, exactly. It's so dumb, bro. Like literally, especially like on that specific angle. Exactly. You can throw a piece of util and it can just bounce off the top of like this weird little thing and just exactly that, like land up here. And I'm like, how, bro? How did that happen?
Yeah, it's kind of funny when it does happen.
Yeah. And then obviously, like we didn't say it, but the death there, you're just so tunnel vision on one dude that you totally forget about.
Yeah, this is where we start kind of like fumbling the bag a bit. And
Gotcha.
you can
Okay.
see the 4 deaths in a row next coming up
Yeah.
without any kills.
Oh, okay, dude. Yeah. So, our teammate's gonna give it away.
Yeah, right here, purple was calling. He was kind of like our RGL.
Gotcha.
He was like,
Okay.
okay, once this molly's out, we go. So I
Hmm.
went, but then no one else went.
Yeah. 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 Depends.
He was like, oh, I didn't mean for you to take it literally. I was like, well,
Bruh.
okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you did your job. You did your job. Sometimes in pugs, like if you have an IGL like saying stuff and everything, like someone's actually taking control, obviously like don't be the guy that doesn't listen. But if you ever like say the strat happens or whatever and you're on pistols and the round just like completely falls apart, I know it sucks. It really does suck. But especially when you're having like a decent game and stuff and the other team, some of the players are really struggling a little bit. Bro, I would literally, I'm not even kidding you, say my teammates go and die in mid and B. I would sometimes just sit here for like 40 seconds, just trying to get every bit of utility out that they have, because especially at this level, people are still just burning util down mid, ramp, they're flashing each other, they're running around, messing around. Sometimes they get bored and just sprint through A main. And even though you have a Glock, you can really just psychologically, economically just damage the other team by like frustrating them. You have to be careful though, because sometimes when you do it, your teammates are like, bro, like, why do I have to watch you play for a minute just sitting there? Which is why it's really good to get those cues, because you know I love that part of the game where it's like, dude, we are like maximizing everything we can. Rifle round, pistol round doesn't matter. I'm in a impossible 1v4. I'm not going for it. I'm just saving my rifle maybe. But dude, I'm going to burn every bit of util I can from all of you and get $300 out, $400 out. Make you have to rebuy that. Get one kill here, but I'm still not going for it. I'm just trying to pick you off. So now you have to rebuy that M4, that armor, everything. And then obviously the other team gets so tilted because they're like, bro, why are you saving? It's a pug. It's so good. Love it. Love it. And then also like if you like start picking off some of their players, they get so frustrated because they're like, why am I dropping you when you're just running at the last guy or whatever? Oh, this is where, wait, do we have the flash or not? We might have picked it up. Yeah, we had the flash.
I threw it out, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. You threw it and then picked up his. Okay, yeah, never mind. That's fine.
I don't know
Yeah.
if it even blinded anybody though.
No, I don't think it really did. I think something over here caught it, or he got like half blinded
Okay.
or something.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a bad flash. The point of it though is really just to get like everybody on these big box angles and people
Okay.
more on the open. That's why when
Kinda
we
just
are,
unlucky.
yeah, when we are running out, one of the best flashes we can throw for ourselves is off of this wall that lands right here. Because it's gonna blind more of the people holding these angles, that kind of thing. If you did have your flash still as you're running out, if you didn't use on that, I was gonna say you could like utilize a right and left click flash as you're going through the smoke. So the flash is going, they have to turn, and then as that flash is going off, you're going through your own smoke. And that's what I was gonna tell you, but you had already used it. You just picked up another one.
Okay.
And I say like again, you're not doing anything wrong, but I would say it's your weakness in these moments of not using your util in the moment because you're not giving your chance to, because you're just running through your set piece every single time. At least on CT side, and then also T side a little bit. Like that, I guess that was like util on the fly. Regardless, a big weakness for you right now is in the mid round and late round being able to set yourself up with that because of your util dumping.
Gotcha.
Like CT side, bro, early round, like honestly, like 10 out of 10. You're running through a very solid util set. You're doing your thing. Um, Even without the variety, like the nades you're throwing are good. Like they're solid, except for that smoke. The smoke on CT side is troll.
Yeah.
I need you to smoke down here or just smoke ramp eventually. But again, it's just like your value in the mid rounds is just like zero outside of you just aiming. Outside of you just aiming, there's zero. You can't flash for anybody. You can't set yourself up. You can't break open smokes. Yeah, and we just gotta play with our teammate here. Let him take lead. That's fine. I'm thinking about. Oh, sweet, he gets a kill. Wherever he's going, I'm planning for him. Yeah, so I'm planning.
I told him, I was like, watch donut, watch donut. I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, okay.
Okay. Oh, bro, awesome. And again, dude, we have 1 minute on the clock here. 1 minute. This guy gave us like such an unnecessary fight. We love that. That's great. I would not be rushing anything at this moment. And we even know he's there. Awesome. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping he was gonna peek
Uh
that.
yeah, dude. Honestly, you know he's here. Obviously, he could like reset, go through house, do all these things. But honestly, bro, like I would be trying to get really like either sneaky or if you're gonna force the plant, like force it. I don't know. Like the more time you open up where you're just kind of chilling on site, again, he knows like telling him, hey, I'm still in this area. It makes the clutch so much easier for him. Obviously, you could still win this. Like I'm sure whatever I watch here. Oh yeah.
I didn't think he was gonna
Yeah.
be that close. I thought he was gonna be deeper. And then yeah,
Yeah.
once I realized he was close, I was trying to get back into donut, and then he caught me.
Yeah. I guess what I'm trying to say is just understand that like you have a whole minute on the clock. Obviously, you know where both of like both of you know where each other are. The thing is though, he outplayed you even though like that didn't need to happen just purely by holding his walk button. Holding his walk button and catching a decent timing. We did open it up for ourselves. But you can do that same thing. You get that kill in donut, you're like, oh shoot, he just flashed CT. Bro, maybe tap the bomb with like you did, but tap it, get off real quick, and make your play now. You're walking through donut with the intention of going B now, right? Or
Yeah.
you do that same thing and you start walking back this way to start like posturing for some fights. And if he doesn't give you anything, again, you dip and maybe you just sit in here. Maybe you just sit in here and reset the situation or something. I don't care what decision you're making, but make it hard for the other team to know what happened to you. Don't make it easy for them. Don't tell them, hey guys, I'm right here.
Got it. Okay.
That's how you're gonna be
Yeah,
so much more clutch.
watching that back now, yeah, donut was definitely the play to walk back out 3.
Right. And again, we because of the fact that you knew where he was in that moment because of his flash, because of his the second like you started being like, oh, I don't hear him anymore. That's when your life was hell for that.
Like me and purple played really well here, if I remember. If this is the round,
Okay. Oh shoot.
that was a troll flash.
Yeah, well that was a smoke, wasn't it? Or no, that was a
No, that was a
flash.
flash.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, no, here though, like by the way, we have a teammate flanking, I guess. Whatever happens though, like purple has got to be behind you, and obviously it's a pug, so it's never gonna be perfect. But if you're ever cute to somebody or a soul that's gonna listen, you trading here is actually really bad. But ultimately, it was good. It was good that you were there to fight with him. The worst thing in the world though would have been if he dies to whatever off angle or this guy's on, and then you're sitting there on 7 health trying to trade.
Yeah.
So just a small
I
thing
can see
there.
how bad that can look. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that and then the guy flanking would be raging.
Mhm.
But yeah, just small
Yeah, that's
thing.
awesome.
I always tell my teammates if I'm like on 1 HP, I'll be like, "Yo, let me run in, bro. Get behind me." And then of course, sometimes you might die and they just completely whiff. Um, but yeah, that's just smart CS. That's just much better. And it's a pug, so it's never gonna be perfect. But you can at least do your part and everything. Okay,
Definitely.
smoking house off. Okay, one optimization for you too. I would recommend learning some instant spawns. Do you know any or no?
I've been trying to learn them. Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm more versed on the CT side ones, but I need to learn the C sides for sure. I do want to get the instance though.
Awesome. Especially if this map is a strong map for you. You're very good with early round detail. Huge thing that you could improve on right there.
Yeah, because I noticed like if I'm always smoking red, I don't have the timing to necessarily swing out
Yeah,
mid.
exactly. Yeah, or like, if you want to make an aggressive B lurk but still support your teammates in a way, you having to run all the way there obviously just limits yourself. Nice, good find. Yeah, careful again. So that's an example where okay, actually you're pushing with it, but I think like again you're nading this because you think somebody could be in here, right? Is that the purpose of it?
Yeah, I've gonna break the sound, like bring their ears if he is, because I wanted to get up closer into
Gotcha.
donut
Okay.
into like an off angle.
Okay, got you.
So if he was there to try to mitigate the sound cue.
Well, I would say, okay, I'm gonna like argue that a little bit. I would say like you are so much better off just planting the bomb and not risking pulling it out if he's there. Like, he could swing us, all these things could happen. And instead planting the bomb and just starting to shift up there and maybe getting up in this position quietly or something.
Gotcha.
Again, because it's just like, is the reward of that worth the risk? And maybe it's yes, maybe it is yes, and that's the decision you make. Awesome, make that decision. Um, Again, just something to think about and really like go through your brain every time you're throwing those nades. Also, really good find when we when we see how we accidentally expose ourselves. Probably because we thought our teammates were
He actually
covering
got a
that.
pick onto my teammate right behind me. My teammate was just
Oh,
moving into
gotcha. Okay.
donut.
Yep,
Yeah.
got you. Do keep in mind. Yeah, okay. Do keep in mind, say your teammate, and again, all this is happening so fast, and I don't need you to like obsess over the radar, but do keep in mind that just like if your teammate's like holding an angle like this right here, that when you go over here, he's gonna see you way before your teammate sees him. You see that?
Yeah.
You are in a wider angle than your teammate, so just be aware that like even if he is holding it, that would be on you. Like that would be your positioning mistake, I guess.
Yeah. This was a bit troll. I didn't
Yeah,
realize that Molly was there.
yeah. Do you know what edging the smoke is? Have you ever seen that?
That's like kind of like peeking a little bit out of it.
Yep. So like there's a mechanic when there's a molly and a smoke down where if you just go out of the smoke a little bit where you get vision, you can actually be standing in the flames without taking any damage. And people do it on Ancient all the time for that mid molly.
Gotcha. Okay.
Something
I'll
to,
do that.
yeah, something to look for. It's still risky because you're going through a smoke, but when your teammates are flashing for you or you already have teammates out in front of you, it can be very good. Okay. Small optimization too. We're gonna buy a Tech 9 next time. Might as well last round. And then also
Oh, yeah.
we're gonna drop a flash and spawn so that when we throw that red smoke, we have another flash in the round.
Okay.
Yeah, and then this. Oh, he throws like a lurk spawn. I mean, it'd be decent pressure.
Only big bucks, but I guess with the smoke, I guess I shouldn't have mollied it. I can't see him anyways.
I mean, yes, and so if you were by yourself, like I can see, yeah, that could like be kind of useless. But actually, because your teammates are going through this side, it's a great molly. It really is because
Okay.
you're pressuring them. It didn't really land big bucks, but it also got this. Like I think that's good. That's good.
Okay. Okay.
If you are though, like already have people through and you don't really need to worry about that, you can always just bank one off of this too. That lands and will molly default if anyone's there. That's good. Or also throwing a molly inside a temple is awesome too.
Mhm.
Some good ideas for your util there. Okay. Also, not that you're doing this bad, but like I don't want you to ever get caught out by somebody that catches the timing. If you're gonna plant for donut, I'd say like get yourself all the way up here. And it actually does matter because if you plant along these walls right here, when they go to diffuse it, they no longer can be in like diffusing from this side. They can't diffuse from this like a 360 around it. When you plant on a corner, it limits the area that they can sit there and diffuse it, making your spam through a smoke, that kind of stuff so much easier.
I see. Okay.
So that's why you'll notice a lot of people when they it actually did matter. Actually, yeah, like
Yeah.
they actually did. Yeah, whatever. That's why you'll see people a lot of times on certain maps planning along walls, planning alongside stuff like that. Because again, that spam when someone smokes the bomb becomes so much easier.
Okay.
Okay, same thing. Yeah, and we lost the timing, so be aware. Good, a main push could be left side too. Don't forget about that. Okay. Whatever, it's fine. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say
I didn't even see him.
yeah, right. Okay. And like totally get that. I'd say like if these things happen, that's when your brain has to be like, "Oh shoot, like what I don't know what's going on. Get out of there." Like don't even try to be like, "Oh, let me try to spam him back or let me look for him." No, like you don't see him, he's shooting
Oh
you.
no.
Get GTFO. Yeah. GTFO. And that's across the board everywhere, bro. Say you like peek an angle right here and because you're peeking so close to this, they start shooting you or something. I'm not swinging further because I'm like, "Oh shoot, like they already have me pinned or they're already damaging me and I don't even see them. So let me reset the situation and do something else. Same thing with like if I'm walking through here and I start getting spammed, I'm not spamming back. But if I'm sitting here and I'm ready to shoot back, of course I'm gonna spam back. Oh, there's the door smoke. Yeah.
Yeah, this was the time Purple, he actually started reading the CTs. He's like, hey, these guys are throwing the exact same util set. They start pushing, usually mid-round. So we were waiting for the push, but they
Gotcha.
didn't push this round.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, hey, that's good pattern recognition. And even though like it didn't work out in this situation where they pushed, like you guys are still great. You're still in a very good spot to exec and do all these things. Yeah, not worth. I mean, you're gonna kill him here. Nope, 1 HP.
Yeah.
But again, you're just making me so nervous with how exposed you are. Like, you want to nade that, bro? Come back here, and I get that mid's open now. But obviously we had teammates there. Nade behind this box. Just come back here and throw that nade over the box.
Yeah.
Same thing with Molly. Don't get up here and run up like that. It's really gonna get you killed a lot.
Yeah.
That's so unlucky though that he's on 1 HP. Also, I don't know
Oh,
what the
I can pull
comms
the
are.
smoke.
I don't know what the comms are from this guy, but this is where I would be like trying to put on the performance of my life, trying to open up space for this guy.
And
Like,
like open up space, like where would you path?
well, no, so I'd be using my smoke. I'd be
Oh,
just throwing a flash, trying to get anybody on this side of the map to be like, guys, like they're running in B, they're running in B, they're smoking. I like whatever, like just causing that chaos in the comms. And you know,
gotcha.
good players, they still might not rotate. They still might just sit here and be like, I'm not falling for it, right? Like, but at least you're gonna get those over rotations and give that guy an opportunity to do something. And then
Also
yeah,
bad smoke.
bad smoke. Yeah, we're throwing stuff way too deep. Just
Yeah.
make it simple for yourself and smoke shallow. Also, if you're gonna put yourself in this, put yourself right here, bro. Because
Into the cubby.
yep, again, because I know that you smoked that, but obviously someone can walk through it. They could spam you from there for no reason, and we just don't want to open ourselves up to anything like that. Boom, cubby is so good. It's such a powerful spot.
Okay.
Nice, we pick it up. Yeah. Oh my, what?
Yeah, I don't know.
What?
Really didn't expect them to
Uh,
peek there. That's why I kind of tried to move up.
yeah, yeah, that's hilarious. Nice, man, nice.
And good thing face it, no bullet damage.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Boom, info. So yeah, great recognition there. He gets that kill. We can assume last guy is almost certainly going to be coming from CT lane. So get yourself in a passive spot here, though. You don't need to fight at all. Like there's, it's not like your teammate's gonna be peeking off of you here because he's so far back. Even when you kill, and this again, reading your radar, doing your thing. But I say that because you're on low HP. This guy's in a 1v2. Think about what he wants. He wants you to fight him in some way. Also, dude, this is just T side ancient. Realize this pillar right here, they can never defuse the bomb as long as you're in here. As soon as he taps it, you're gonna line up the site with that, and you're gonna spam through this, and he'll just melt because that's paper that you're shooting through.
Hmm.
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
don't like that you're fighting this. You're just giving him a way back into the round, and that's exactly what
Yeah.
happens. Oh wow,
And
yeah,
yep. That's one of the
yeah,
rounds that I definitely could have won.
100%. Yep, and like you prefaced the session, like it was such a close game, and right there at 100%, that's on you. But you did do God's work, like bringing yourself back into that. I'm not gonna lie. Um,
Thank you.
yeah, but it
Just
sucks. Like
those small things, yeah.
all of it just to like do that. Yeah. Yep. Because that dude, that if I could give you a T side like tip that's gonna help you so much is on ancient, bro. Just like abuse that because a lot of times too on the retake they're gonna smoke off cave. But if we've planted the bomb in a good spot right here, oh that does not matter, man. We actually want them to smoke off cave because then we can spam, and if they have to run through, now they're gray screening themselves. So also on CT side, what I'll do sometimes, dude, it's so hard because it's just such a power position. If they did plant there, a lot of times I am tapping it and getting out as fast as I can, and maybe when they're about to reload or something, running through the smoke and trying to kill them. Um,
Gotcha.
or tapping it and waiting till they're almost done spamming and trying to spam back, but still, it's just such a CT. I mean, such a T-sided like battle in that moment.
Mhm.
Also, I don't know it because I'm not a rifler, so there's literally no purpose in me learning it. But there's like specific spams people have from back here too, to spam people that are defusing the bomb.
Yeah.
I'm not sure the exact lineup for that one though.
I don't know the lineup either.
Oh, team
Yeah.
damage. Yeah, there you go.
Little troll from him.
Get yourself in here though. Get yourself in a very good power position. And I say that because like you're not, and I don't blame you because you probably haven't been punished much from this. But a very common reaction when the CTs have known that the Ts have cave control is they will sit here and have their long player flash them into cave. They'll sit here and just wait. Yo, flash me. Boom. And you guys are so dead. That's why good Ts will start to get into the habit of playing up here. One guy's like holding, doing his thing from maybe back here. And then one guy's in playing anti-flash and just waiting.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Use your util. Use your util here. Instead of reloading, use your util. 12 bullets is still enough.
Gotcha.
I know 3v2. Figure that out. Your teammates. Yeah, your teammate has it. Good. Yeah. Okay. In general, you're just throwing smokes way too far. By the way,
Yeah.
this is fine because your teammate actually. I mean, it's still pretty. Yeah. Nah.
Yeah. I was hoping to get the smoke a little bit closer and then molly
Right.
deep so they couldn't push it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
And
you
and
threw it
that,
way
that
too far.
that's what I'd say. Yeah. Like a closer smoke there would have been so much better. Because one thing I do see you doing a lot is you are throwing your smokes way too far in almost every like situation. Just way too far every time.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to the same util set.
Yep. Yep.
Same thing, pretty much.
Yeah, same thing. And now we're worried about both. Again, we're stressing ourselves out so much. It's a
I
stressful
pretty much.
situation.
I
Yep.
played the CT half pretty much, or the CT overtime pretty much the same way I played
Okay.
the
Do you
first one.
do you just want to get into server then and not?
Yeah, you see it's getting closer to 10, so
Yeah, I got
well,
you.
10 my time.
Yeah, no, but dude, so much good stuff to learn from that, honestly.